What if everything you've been taught about putting others first is a dangerous lie? What if the very principles society praises, altruism, self-sacrifice, are actually holding you back from the power, influence, and success you truly deserve? This isn't about villainy. It's about survival. It's about a harsh truth uncovered centuries ago that remains profoundly relevant today. Welcome to Skyward Synergy. Today, we're ripping open the forgotten playbook of Niccolò Machiavelli, the controversial Renaissance philosopher who dared to speak uncomfortable truths about human nature and power. His work, particularly The Prince, is often demonized, misunderstood, yet it contains profoundly practical wisdom for navigating the ruthless landscape of life. We're not advocating for malice, but for a clear-eyed understanding of how the world truly operates, and how you can master it by mastering your own strategic self-interest. You see, Machiavelli's 10 secret power laws aren't about becoming a tyrant, but about becoming unbreakable, indispensable, and undeniably influential. They are the keys to prioritizing self in a world that constantly demands you diminish yourself. Before we dive into these profound principles, take a moment to subscribe to Skyward Synergy and hit that notification bell so you do not miss our deep dives into the strategies of power that reshape your reality. The first law, always assess reality as it is, not as you wish it were. Machiavelli vehemently argued against idealistic illusions. He insisted that successful leaders, and indeed successful individuals, must see the world with unflinching clarity. This means understanding human beings are primarily driven by self-interest, fear, and personal gain. It's not cynical, it's factual. Ignoring this reality leaves you vulnerable. When you embrace this truth, you begin to anticipate actions, protect your interests, and plan with strategic foresight. This foundational Machiavelli power law is your shield and your compass. The second law, master the art of appearance. Machiavelli observed that people judge by what they see, not by what is truly inside. While integrity is valuable internally, outwardly, you must project strength, competence, and reliability. This isn't about deception for its own sake, but about cultivating a reputation that commands respect and discourages challenges. How you present yourself, your words, your actions, all contribute to the perception of your power. This is about managing your narrative, ensuring it serves your objectives. The third law, never waste a crisis. Every disruption, every challenge, every moment of chaos is an opportunity for those who are prepared to seize it. While others panic or retreat, the Machiavellian mindset sees instability as a chance to consolidate power, implement necessary changes, or advance their position. It requires quick thinking, decisiveness, and the courage to act when others hesitate. This law emphasizes strategic thinking under pressure. Are these principles too harsh? Or are they simply a reflection of the unvarnished truth? Keep watching, because the next laws delve even deeper into the psychology of influence and control, and how they apply directly to your personal and professional life. The fourth law, it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. This is perhaps Machiavelli's most controversial statement, but it's often misunderstood. He wasn't advocating for cruelty, but for consistency and firmness. Love is fickle and depends on the whims of others. Fear, born of respect for your capabilities and consequences, is a more reliable bond. People are less likely to betray or challenge someone they respect and fear the repercussions from, ensuring a stable environment for your objectives. This Machiavelli power law highlights the stability of authority versus affection. The fifth law, act decisively and with swiftness. Indecision is a fatal flaw in the pursuit of power and self-preservation. When a course of action is determined, execute it with conviction and without delay. Hesitation breeds weakness and allows opponents to gain ground. Speed of execution can often outweigh the perfect plan. This principle applies to career moves, personal boundaries, and critical decisions. The sixth law, know when to be generous and when to be frugal. Generosity, Machiavelli argued, should be deployed strategically, not indiscriminately. Consistent generosity can lead to being taken for granted, or even seen as weak. Instead, Be selectively generous to earn loyalty and bind people to you, but maintain a reputation for careful resource management. Frugality, paradoxically, preserves your ability to be truly generous when it matters most, and protects your resources, which are a form of power. You might be wondering how these ancient rules apply to your modern struggles. The answers lie in adapting these timeless insights to your career, your relationships, and your personal growth. The next laws are about truly understanding human motivation. The seventh law: avoid hatred at all costs. While fear can be a useful tool, hatred is corrosive and dangerous. A ruler or individual who inspires hatred becomes a target, risking rebellion and downfall. This means avoiding actions that are perceived as unjust, arbitrary, or predatory. Maintain popular support, or at least avoid widespread animosity, by respecting property, honor, and traditions where possible. Prioritizing self does not mean alienating everyone. The eighth law: choose your advisors wisely and listen critically. The quality of your decisions depends heavily on the counsel you receive. Surround yourself with competent, honest individuals who prioritize your interests, not their own. However, Machiavelli cautioned against relying too heavily on any single advisor. You must remain the ultimate decision-maker, listening to all perspectives but retaining your own critical judgment. This is a crucial element of strategic thinking. The ninth law: never disarm yourself or rely on the arms of others. This is a metaphor for self-reliance in all aspects of life. Do not divest yourself of your own capabilities, whether they are skills, resources, or the ability to defend your interests. Relying entirely on others leaves you vulnerable to their whims and betrayals. Maintain your own strength and preparedness, because in a crisis, only your own power can truly save you. This speaks to building your own personal power. The 10th law: adapt to changing times and circumstances. Rigidity is fatal. The world is in constant flux, and those who cling to old methods or ideologies will inevitably be left behind. Machiavelli stressed the importance of flexibility and the ability to adjust one's approach based on the prevailing winds of fortune and circumstance. This requires constant learning, critical self-assessment, and the courage to abandon what no longer serves. This is the ultimate law for sustained success and the essence of modern application of ancient wisdom. These aren't just historical doctrines. They are vital tools for anyone seeking to navigate the complexities of life with purpose and efficacy. Machiavelli's 10 secret power laws challenge us to look beyond conventional morality and embrace a pragmatic approach to prioritizing self-interest as a path to strength and stability. It's about protecting your energy, safeguarding your ambitions, and strategically positioning yourself for profound impact. Now the choice is yours. Will you continue to be a pawn in someone else's game? Or will you embrace these Machiavellian power laws to forge your own destiny? Share your thoughts below. Subscribe to Skyward Synergy for more insights into strategic thinking, and remember, true power begins within.